Aren't you ashamed that your sister is getting married before you? Are you ashamed? Don't you feel somehow?
Why y'all love to comment about weight? So
I'm not one of them.
How do you think life could have been different if you did have a good role model auntie?
I would have soared.
Wow.
I would have absolutely soared.
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for coming on here. My name is Dottie. So I'm starting something a little bit exciting today. Starting a new series called Dear Auntie, where we will be discussing a few topics as a young person to an auntie, and just really tackling a lot of the pressing issues, I would term it as, that us young people would love to discuss with aunties. There have been a lot of experiences I've had personally, great experiences with aunties, but also some toxic experiences, and it's affected so many aspects of my life. And I was fortunate to have the opportunity to talk to some aunties in some of these topics and really get their thoughts. I wanted to use this video as a medium to not only educate aunties and just some of the things that they say and do and how it affects young people, but I hope this video is bridging a gap of communication and hopefully fostering healthier relationships between young ladies, young people and aunties, not just for my generation but for the generations to come. So yes, I hope you enjoy this. Please share this video with everyone you know, all your aunties, mothers, cousins, sisters, everybody. Hope you enjoy. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Do you want my government name or what you call me by?
What
Okay.
Or what you want them to know you as?
Oh God, I don't know. You say one.
Aunty Ronke.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, this is... No, Auntie, say yourself.
Auntie's heavy.
Auntie, this is my Aunty Ronke. Not really an auntie, but she's...
That's
she's
right.
not. The first question I want to ask you is if you've had any experiences as a young person with older aunties that have either said things or done things that have stayed with you.
Oh yeah.
And impacted situation.
Do you want me to talk in terms of when I was your age?
Yeah. So as a
How
young
old are you?
person, I'm 22.
Because I remember I came to this country when I was 16, and my guardian at the time, what she said to me was, "Oh, this is why you're doing A levels. You're wasting your time. All you need to do is just get pregnant." Because once you get, yes, that's right, you can get a house free for life, council house, council flat, and you won't have to work, you don't have to do anything, and you just go collect benefits, you know, like education is just nonsense. So I was like, okay. And that same family, years later, when I was struggling to find a husband, they set me up with this guy, spoke to him. There was no chemistry, we couldn't even have a conversation. Forget chemistry, we couldn't even have a conversation. And I think maybe after 3 or 4 conversations, I said to the guy that I don't think this is going anywhere. So I gave it a good go, maybe like a month. I was 25 or something. So I broke up with the guy amicably. A couple of weeks later, or maybe less, the auntie calls and starts shouting down the phone, she and her mum. Hey, how can you do this? We found a husband for you. You didn't want. You feel you're too good for him. So I'm like, you're saying all these things. You haven't actually asked me what happened. You know? So they're like, hey, this is the problem with you people. So I said, okay, thank you. And I didn't speak to them for years, maybe 10 years. Because every time I tried to make amends, it was pushed back in my face as disrespectful. I don't know what I'm doing. And it was the same auntie and her family that years later, when they saw me and my sister doing really well, looked at us in awe, like, kind of like, how did you make it? Like, they're just looking at us like, wow, I'm an accountant. Like, yeah, chartered accountant.
Yes.
You know when someone has decided this is where they're going to put you, and you decide you can think what you want, this is what I'm going to do. All I knew was, okay, I'm here now. What do I want to do? Do I want to live, or do I want to just get by?
In the next part,
Okay.
you have to promise not to you have to promise not to this is not directed at you. You have to promise not to take...
No, I don't take anything personal.
Personally.
Oh, no, you can ask me anything.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so I asked on Instagram. They had the chance to speak to their aunties.
Oh, what they would like
what
to
they would
know.
like to know, what they like to say. I might not share some.
That's fine.
So the first question is, why y'all love to comment about weight? So
I'm not one of them. I am not. Mate, I stopped going to a lot of people's houses for that reason.
Wow.
So I started bodybuilding when I was 15, and so I was a gym bunny, and I had I looked exactly like Serena Williams or Angela Bassett, their body shape, and then obviously the curves set in properly, and then you go out the next, you put on no, and you're like, put what on? My stomach is still fatter than yours. And I was like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? But are you sick? You put on no. Even my uncle, then I would go, as soon as I walk into, you put on no. And I'm like, and they'll be like, watch what you're eating, And I'm like, you don't even know if I have a problem or...
How old were you at this point?
26.
Okay, so at 26, they were still...
26,
so
27.
it doesn't end.
Oh no. There were days when I was like, I'm going to go to this thing, and I would try on everything in my wardrobe, and then I'll just take it all off and stay at home. Because I know I'm going to see someone who goes, you put on no, you've added. What happened to the 6-pack? There was one girl in particular, every time I saw her, that was a question. And I remember the last time I saw her, I did say something back to her. And she was like, yeah. And then that's when even I thought, why have I not been doing this before? Like, ask me how I am. Ask me what's going on. How do you know what happened to me to get to here? I could be sick, I could be that. It happened to some girl, I think I saw when I was still on the gram. And obviously some auntie came to someone's house, and the girl she walked, hello auntie. And the auntie obviously said, hello, how are you? Just, you put on no. And the girl went, auntie, so have you. The auntie was shocked. The mom was shocked. Everybody was just like, okay. Wow. And the girl just left the room. I think the last time someone said that to me, I said, put what on? Because they don't actually say weight.
Yeah.
I said, put what on? Because you've added a bit. You've added.
You've added.
I was like, added what? I was just like, I haven't added anything. I'm very happy with my body. I honestly think it's, how British people have this thing where apparently we only talk about the weather when we meet to make small talk. I think that's their small talk.
Wow.
They don't know what else to say to the younger people. They don't. And again, it's up to our generation to change that way of doing things. So hopefully you guys don't pick it up, because it needs to go. With us as well, we have the disadvantage of there's a lot of traditional things that we do that unfortunately, even if you're in the westernized world, it carries on. That doesn't need to. The obsession with weight, even when you're skinny, you sick.
Yeah. Whenever the way
you're
suitable. It's either you're too slim or you're too
it's a conversation starter, and we need to say other things. Because if you're not a strong, confident person, you will allow those things to
100%.
set in.
What do you think can be done to help bridge that relationship between young people and aunties, most especially young ladies and aunties?
I think if you have a youthful spirit, which I do, which is why I hate the word auntie, and you make yourself approachable, I always picture what I would have wanted if I had the opportunity. So if there's anything I can do to help somebody else not go through that, I'm happy to do it. And I challenge everything. So I'm like, even my son, he's 4, but he has an opinion in our household about what we do and what we don't do. Because I want him to know that we respect his opinion. And if we're saying don't do something, it's for your safety or something else, but not because we're saying, that thing Nigerian parents go, because I said so. Oh my God, we don't do that in our house. If the young people or the younger people know that they can approach us older ones, it's easier. Because us growing up, right? Let's say there's older people talking here and you're here and you have an opinion, it will be very much like, who asked you? Did we ask for your opinion?
Can I just say that that affected me on so many different levels, because it affected my voice, not just in front of aunties and uncles, but in the workplace, in education. I didn't feel like my voice was valid or what I had to say was valid. That being shut down, who's talking to you, don't speak when adults are speaking. It is not good.
It's not good. I grew up with it, and it was when I came to this country that I realized that it's okay. We have to keep having conversations. Otherwise, we're not going to know. I did have a medical thing, which meant I had to shave all my hair. They're like, you're sick, Abby. Yeah. What happened? I just took it. I just couldn't be bothered.
What?
I just couldn't be bothered. And then all the aunties, they were like, you know, how are you going to find a man without hair? And I remember my sister's wedding back home. The woman said, it was an auntie I had seen for years. I'm talking about since maybe about 7. They was like, come. Aren't you ashamed that your sister is getting married before you? This is on the wedding day. Say, are you ashamed? Don't you feel somehow? I looked at them and I thought, okay, I could either be really rude.
Yeah.
And Yomi was there. We weren't engaged then, but Yomi was there.
Yeah.
So I said, oh no, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all because I'm a lesbian. They went, I went, They said, what's lesbian? I said, I like women. I only date women. They go, does Alaji know? I said, my dad. I mean, yeah, he knows. I said, in fact, my girlfriend's here for the wedding.
Oh no.
And then I pointed at Kemi, one of my sisters, like the chief bridesmaid. She was not too far from us. I said, Kemi, what's up? and then obviously she waved back and did the same thing because, you know.
That's what girls do.
I said, yeah, that's my chick. So I left them there like, and I just left. I said, yeah, Alaji knows. Go ask him.
That's the perfect.
I said, yeah, go ask him. He left my girlfriend that came. She's staying in our house. Go ask her. If I were to speak to a fellow auntie, I tend to ask people about what their childhood was and how they grew up. When you were growing up and this happened to you, did you like it?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, you can change it, you know. Unless you're a very vindictive, mean person, you shouldn't naturally want someone to go through something you've been through that was horrible. But unfortunately, and this is so sad because I've seen it so many times, Nigerians in particular have this thing where, it happened to me, you two go and do it, see how it feels, sort of thing. Like, it's that thing of misery loves company, and they just feel like why should I suffer alone? You two come and see now. Every young woman should have a plan. And I know this is going to sound mad because I'm married. Don't have a man in that plan. This is you.
I like that.
You're your person. You know people that say, oh, my other half, I hate that. You're a whole human being. The other person is to compliment you and encourage you and boost you and make you better.
Don't have a man in that
Don't
plan.
have a man in the plan. It should be just your plan. When I talk to you in church, do I ask you if you have a man? How's work? Oh, you finish uni. Okay, what are you doing? Like, what are your plans? Have a career plan. If you don't want to have a career, what's your business plan? Make your own money. And on the flip side of that, don't give men money. Don't give men money. And if a man comes along, because you have to remember that living goes in this way, your career, whatever. Man, too, relationships is side by side. You don't have to park one to do the other. You can do them both. We're women, we can do a lot of things at the same time. So everything is side by side. So have your plan. We live in a generation now where you can do kona and do different things. You're young, you don't have kids, you don't have husband. Do 3 jobs. You're living at home rent-free. I never had that. I've been paying rent since I was 18. I still hate it. But if I had a home I can come to, save your money. If you know how proud I am about you doing the makeup stuff, don't let them start driving. And I'm warning you, I'll give you till the end of this year. You know, start driving, make moves, make moves. Don't let anybody come and tell you what to do or not to do. If you're making your own money, no man will come and do shakara for you. And if it's a man that's been raised properly in their home, you should not intimidate them. If the man has been raised right, will want to be with you. So make your own money. When you come together, it's your money together. And when you come together, open joint accounts. Don't start putting your money into his account. Have your account, he has his account, and you have a joint account. When your bills come out, 50-50. And then ask for wife allowance. Which you want to do hair, you want to do nails, bat your eyelashes, and get wife allowance. It's working for me.
Wise words.
Wise words. Get your plan. Get an older auntie to check your plan. Get a mentor.
That's the thing though. That's why we're addressing this though, because
Get
it's
a
difficult. Not everyone
mentor.
has. This is why we're literally addressing this. Sorry, just
Get a mentor.
I'll put Auntie's. Do you have like socials or anything?
I can check it from once in a while. It's still G Bizzle.
G Bizzle.
I'm G Bizzle. Yeah, you have to be down with kids. This is when Lethal Bizzle. You probably don't even know who he is.
I do know who,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't listen.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I just liked it and I wanted to join Instagram. I didn't want to put my name and then
Bizzle.
so it's just G Bizzle. So you find me on there. I'm not doing anything at the moment, but I'll sign in every couple of months.
Potential role model slash
If
auntie
you
slash
want,
mentor.
if you have any questions or
definitely.
whatever, just have your dreams. Do what you want.
Yeah.
You know, life is for living, and as you people say, YOLO.
We don't
Live.
say Anthony,
We don't. Sorry, we don't say cut. But no, live
Yeah.
and be happy. Don't let anybody come and judge. Only God can judge you. And pray. Pray. Listen to God. Listen. Open your ear, your eyes, and listen. So.
Thank you. That was
You're
wonderful.
welcome.
That was beautiful.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much for being on the channel. Guys, I really, really hope you enjoyed my auntie's really, really wise words. I will put her something that you can contact her on if
Yes.
you do need an auntie to speak to a role model.
Can you
And-
people in the next episode find another word? So if you
What's
say
it?
auntie again, I'm not coming
What's
on this thing. Big sister. What? I'm 42. I am not an auntie.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're 42.
Yeah, I just turned 42.
Younger.
Oh, okay, that's good.
You're 42.
Yeah.
Do you want to put that out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what 42 looks like.
Yes. You're 42.
How old do you think I
I
was?
don't know. But like maybe.
What do you think we did the music
30s.
video
I
for? That was my
forgot.
40th.
I forgot.
That was to mark my 40th.
I thought you were younger than 40.
I'm doing another video when I'm 45, by the way.
Wow.
I just need to narrow it down to what I want. I think it might
This
be
is
a
a
roller skate.
unique auntie, guys.
Very.
Not like the rest at
No.
all.
It's a beat in my face.
Just something light,
This is light.
very light. Please share this and watch this with your aunties or your mums.
Send it to
Let
everybody
everyone
in your life.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Sorry, I always forget to say that. Let's get this topic trending, dear auntie, respectfully. Yeah, and happy Mother's Day as well to all the beautiful mothers.
Fast forward to the grown things now. I'm working on them soul things now. Forgiving all your old ways, but it's harder on the cold days.